Blake, where are we at? You want to say hi? Say hi. Hey, say hi to everybody. Blake, wave hi. She says hi. You gonna say hi, Amy?
What's up?
She doesn't want to be here right now. As you can tell where we're at, we are at Richwood, Kentucky Caterpillar. So I just realized I got this, probably this air ride in the back of the truck. And for everybody commenting in the last video, this is a 3/4 ton Cummins, so it can pull this, by the way. So what we got here is this. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit, but picked the skid steer up from the property and the trailer. I think we've put 25 hours on it, something so far, something like that. I gotta hurry up with this, the baby's going crazy. But 25 something hours on it. I noticed while I was greasing it the first time, not on this side, it's dirty right now from down at the property, and the chains came loose. Let me get better, tighten the nose down. But this bottom Zerk fitting right there, right in there, is actually broke off. So they told me just to bring it out, and they're gonna replace that while we're here. But the big reason why we're here, I think, is sitting over here. So you all have seen down there, there's a bunch of dead trees and obviously a lot of trash and all that kind of stuff. So what I've been wanting is one of these. I think it might be this one right here. They brought both of them. Look at them. They know I'm really indecisive, so they thought, well, we'll go ahead and bring both of them down here to let Justin try to make his mind up that he's really good at doing. There's forks over there. This is going to be kind of fun to make my mind up, isn't it? So this is a root grapple bucket, which obviously is pretty nasty. You got the root grapple, and then you just have a regular grapple bucket right here. It's got some other, oh, look at that. The BellLife light guard kit, already paid. Matt P. That's Matt from Ohio Cat. He's the one who's been helping us out with stuff. This thing's got Zerk fittings on it too for greasing. Amy, so you think go with the one with the bucket bottom over the root grapple?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Which one do you all think?
It's too late. We already bought it by the time you see this.
Which one do you think, Amy?
Whatever one you want, Justin.
Well, why'd they have to bring both? Because now it makes it hard to decide.
Come here, sis.
See, it's not just a full bucket. It's cut out, you know, to carry logs and all that kind of crap. But for me, we don't have a smooth bucket. So I figured maybe we could use this for the smooth bucket, and we could pick up crap with this. This, like I said, we have a bunch of trash, and we're not going to do a whole lot more land clearing at the property. So obviously all your trash is going to fall through right there, right? So when you pick something up, it's like picking, what's those thing called, the ladles with the holes in the bottom of it? What's that called?
It's not a ladle.
What is it called?
A ladle is a soup spoon.
What's the other thing?
I don't, just
with
a
the holes in the
spoon.
bottom. No, the holes in the bottom of it. It looks like a ladle. It's a little, and it's got holes in the bottom.
A strainer?
No, the little handheld thing that you have in the kitchen. You got like 10 of them. It's like one of those things. It's like trying to pick water up with that, and it just falls right through the bottom. But I don't know. We're going to decide, but we're going to go in there and talk to him. She's getting it. Like you're getting it all dirty. Is that funny? Huh? All right, we're going to go decide. All right, we got it loaded up. The really awesome dudes out here for sure. Like I said, this is Richwood or Florence Caterpillar, but it's all Ohio Cat. They just have a location down here in Richwood, which we're only about, I don't know, we live 15 minutes from here, so it's a lot nicer instead of going all the way up to Sharonville. But he replaced that bottom Zerk fitting, and then tell you what, working on these things, you get grease on you no matter what, it seems like. But got the gravel bucket loaded up, so we went with the solid bottom. We got a decent cutout. It's 80 inches wide. It's the biggest one that Cat makes. So we kind of went with the smooth bottom just because down at the property, you know, you all have seen we got a bunch of trash and stuff, and we're not going to do a whole lot of more land clearing. So that bucket over there, the root grapple, is kind of better for that stuff. But I thought about it for like 2 weeks, and I think this one's going to suit us the best. Showed me how to hook it up. Here's your hydraulic line, or the hydraulic lines. One goes in the bottom port, one goes in the top port right there, and then he said you use the thumb wheel on the joystick in there to operate it. So we'll figure, well, you all see. Hopefully I'll do a little bit in this video, maybe unload it at the house and show you all. But here's the front of it. That's her grapple bucket. Obviously he put it on here with a forklift. I'll put it on here the same direction as the skid steer, but I think this thing weighs 1,300 pounds and the skid steer weighs 11,000 pounds. So now we're about 12,300 pounds. And this trailer payload is like 13.5, 13.6. So we're good. And gave me some extra caps. Showed you all that. I lost the top cap down there working. Gave me some extra caps, a couple extra keys. So pretty cool dudes out here. Keep thinking I'm missing a bolt there, but I guess it's not missing anything, hopefully. But we will. Oh yeah, I didn't show you this too. This has been ordered since we got it. This is a Caterpillar guard kit. So it's got two grates that protect the lights, and then one that protects these fittings, and then one that protects the tail lights. I'll show you all that when we get to the house. Maybe I'll throw that on there. But that's it. I'll be back here in a minute. All right, it is a freaking workout just to get all this crap unstrapped. So we left Cat. We had to stop at Sam's and get freaking juicy snacks and baby wipes and all the normal crap you got to get at Sam's. But made it back home and got everything unstrapped, and it's a freaking nightmare to get this thing. Not used to it. It's a workout getting it unstrapped. But unbox this, whatever this thing is called, this guarding kit, and this looks like it's going to be a little bit of work. Got a little scratch in it. Amy said don't worry about it, it's going to get scratched. Might put some paint on there or something. But got a bunch of hardware, and I think this thing, and there's one more thing, it's in the back of the truck, and this thing, I was reading, looking at the instructions a little bit. I think it goes right in this area underneath that to help protect, I guess, from all that crap getting down in there. So I guess that's gonna mean I'm gonna take it back and wash it with the pressure washer to get some of this dirt and stuff out of there before I put all that crap on there. And like I said, I guess obviously this big piece right here goes on here to protect those, and then there's your front lights, of course, go up there to protect the lights. Here's the rear lights to protect the tail lights and reverse light. Not sure what that is, not sure what that thing is or that is yet. And this has got a step on it, so I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe it covers this thing or replaces that. I don't know, gotta look into that. But get it unloaded and get it washed up, and maybe try to, it's already 1:30, so we got to go to the gym at 3, so I just get everything loaded and then just get it behind the house. And I got to disconnect the trailer and stuff because Amy needs the truck while we're at the gym. So normally we ride in Trey's truck over to the gym. And then you all asked what happened. I saw that comment too, what happened to the Chevy. Actually, believe it or not, sold it to Mike. Sold it to Mikey. He's buddies with Joey down at Climax, and he actually helped build the truck. So that truck, it was a 2020, and it had 40, I think 46 or 4,700 miles on it, and I had to basically force myself to drive it every 2 weeks because, you know, now that we do this full time, me and Amy are home, basically everywhere we go is together. But that kind of changed a little bit since we got the skid steer, because now I try to get out of the property every day and do a little bit of work. But so I'll have the truck, sometimes she'll drop me off down there because the baby, you all know how that is. She's got to go to sleep about 12:30 or 1, and she has to sleep like an hour and a half, because if she doesn't, the nights are awful. If she sleeps an hour and a half at night, we normally eat about 6 or 6:30. She plays in the living room and watches TV and stuff, and then she's got so much energy. After we get done eating, we go over on Mom and Dad's back porch and sit back there till about dark, and then come back in and give her a bath. And hopefully, if it's a good night, she's asleep by like 10. And because she's been getting up about 7:40, 7:45 now. So, but anyways, you all didn't need to know all that. I don't even know if you wanted to know it, but I'm gonna get all this stuff unloaded. Get the bucket unloaded. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, because I was told that electric motor down there to disconnect this bucket needs to be kind of clean, so I might wash it real quick. I'm not sure. We'll be back in a second though. Here we are. We're back. Went to the gym, got that done. I got the trailer disconnected, get everything unloaded. Got kind of a funny story. Remember how this thing was loaded on the trailer a long ways? The skid steer was on there, so he put it on there sideways, which wasn't I didn't think it was a big deal. So then I get home to start unloading, and I guess I should have filmed it. Part of this bucket was inside this bucket. Well, what happened then, I couldn't get the skid steer off of the trailer because the trailer tilts, and I couldn't back the skid steer up, and it would tilt, and this thing was halfway on the tilt, so it would lift this bucket up. So I'm like, well crap. So then I lifted the tooth bucket up and tried to scoot it, and I was worried about scratching it. I know it's a bucket, it doesn't matter, it's gonna get scratched, blah blah blah. And then I got off. I had the bright idea, well, I'm just gonna pull it. Well, this thing weighs 1,400 pounds, and I wasn't thinking, so I grabbed the tooth right there and started tugging on it, and it didn't move, and had a little bit of a pain go up my back, so now my back's kind of throbbing, but it'll be all right. Hooked a ratchet strap to it, ratchet strap to the front of the trailer enough to where I could back the skid steer up far enough to hook on it with a tooth and push it forward. And then I got off the trailer and brought that over here and dropped it, and then came and went back on the trailer and hooked that back up, and then brought that over here. So now the next thing is, I guess everybody says it's pretty important to keep this area pretty clean on the skid steer. So I was just gonna wash it real quick and then attempt to put this guarding kit on right there. And then hopefully after the guarding kit's on, I'll hook back up to this bucket and then go in the backyard, and there's a few trees down in Mom and Dad's backyard, and throw them in the fire pit and try the grapple bucket out for the first time. But so that's the plan anyway. So now I got to get the pressure washer out and get going. So we'll start this process. All right, it's the next day. Found out last night washing this thing, it's about like washing a side-by-side. It's unbelievable how much dirt was in this thing just from being down at the property for a freaking, I don't know, a week and a half or something. But washed it good enough. Found out, obviously, I guess the cabs aren't 100% watertight on these things, so I got some water inside, and then it was basically dark, so I'm like, screw it, I'll just finish it tomorrow. So I got over here this morning and started putting this guarding kit on. Police are coming for me. So there's the tail lights. Now they're all covered up, which these were already recessed, so I don't know if that was a complete, you know what I mean, I guess if a stick comes in there or whatever, but these were already recessed, so I don't think that was a huge deal. But one of the big deals was this right here, which I got this bolt in here. That protects those quick attachments for those hydraulic lines for that. But I'm not sure, it came with this bolt. There's no instructions either. It came with this bolt to hold this down, but I don't want to have to take this bolt in and out every time you have to put an attachment on. So I'm going to see if you can just leave this down with the attachment on. I'm not sure, I watched the video. You're supposed to, I guess, route your attachment lines through this thing, through those. But anyways, got that on. That's a good idea, because I showed you all that the fence ripped that cap off, and you know, that was just I don't want to break one of those off because that's probably expensive. And there's my pre-scratched light guards up there. Got those on. And that's another thing I needed, because I actually had a tree limb come up and knock this light up. Luckily didn't break it, because I found out that 2 of those lights from Caterpillar, just 2 of them, is $800. So, and the last thing is this it's in the shade, this guarding, this other part of the guarding kit. So this plate replaces this, so it fills all of this in, and then this plate right here goes back and fills this back cavity up. But the only problem with doing that is what I've noticed so far by playing with this thing down at the property, is that there gets a lot of dirt back here by this actuator arm and stuff, and a lot of times if it's just loose dirt, it'll fall down in this hole and then fall out the back. And that's kind of what you want, because everybody I've talked to said, you know, you want this clear when you're changing your attachments or whatever. So and then plus this little traction step right here, this traction step is a lot nicer. So I think I'm actually going to leave that off, because I don't really like the design of that, because I just think it'll trap a lot of dirt and, you know, might be a pain in the butt. But everything else turned out pretty good. So here's all my leftover bolts and nuts. Guess you're not supposed to have any leftover hardware, but today we do. So I'm gonna finish cleaning a little bit. I know it's a skid steer, it's not supposed to be clean, it's supposed to be dirty or whatever, but if y'all haven't noticed yet, I have OCD and I like things clean. So I cleaned it up a little bit, and then when I pressure washed it last night, of course I washed a lot of the grease out. So I'm gonna get in here and grease it, and then get it back together, get all this other stuff put away, and then hook up to the grapple bucket. And the first time I realized that it was a pain in the butt not to have one, you can't tell, but I'll show you in a little bit. There's a tree up, there's a few trees in the backyard that are down, but it's like, I don't know, 10 feet wide or 20 feet wide. I don't know how wide it is, I can't remember. But if it's wider than the bucket, of course it won't fit in the bucket, and then I can't, the bucket doesn't tilt up enough to trap it, you know what I mean? So hopefully that's what this will come in handy for one reason. I guess I gotta grease this thing too, but that's where we are. So pulled the mount out and washed that while I had the pressure washer out last night. And the pressure washer, the foam cannon that we had when we got the oh yeah, I don't know if we said that, I'm pretty sure we did in a couple vlogs, but saw some comments about where's the side-by-side at, and we actually sold the side-by-side to put that money towards the land. So that's you know, we'd like to have another side-by-side, probably not that style, you know, like a Defender or a General or something with a bed on it. So just to kind of work the property down there, because after I ripped all that fence out in that last video, there's like 100 fence posts, and you know, it'd be nice just to go around and pick those up and just throw them in the bed of the whatever you call that thing, the side by side, and then throw them away. But anyways, I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna do what I just said a minute ago, and I'll be back. All right, we'll try to hook this bucket up. Amy's doing the camera work, right?
Yep.
No? Oh. Blake, you want to get in there with me? Make things a little more difficult. I got to do with her in there too, right? Climb up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Give me hands. Give me hands. Whoop. Put your feet down. Stay right there. Got it? Stay right there. Right there. Stay there. I'm coming. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's gotta hurt her little feet. Did that hurt your feet?
You alright? Alright, we'll try it. Can't hurt anything, it's all off. This dude is supposed to route these lines. I showed him before. There's this thing over here. Never done this before, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
Sit down, sis. Sit on your butt.
Okay. So, I think something like... Okay. Guess something like that. Doing the top one.
Sit. Mommy's gonna get you out.
I think it goes in this one.
I don't know if they can see or not.
Huh, I don't know how that works. Okay, let's try this one. Sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one goes in the bottom, I think. Got it. The bottom one. Hey, what's this going that one? Maybe you're supposed to do it with the Huh. You're supposed to do with it off?
No.
Wow, son.
Is it on?
No. Squirting. Maybe you're supposed to do with it off. Can you turn that key off? Squirting
I honestly don't even know where the key is. Up there.
Squirting
Hydraulic oil.
yeah.
Oh. Are you supposed to shove and twist?
Huh.
No. Might have to YouTube that.
Alright, we'll be right back. We'll try to figure this out for a second.
All right. Yep.
So that, my rubber cap was in the way. So let's put it over there in the trash can for now. So we'll, wait, where you at? You gonna sit back there? What? She said get. You get. Come here, sit in the front. You got the key? Give me the key. All right. Try it again.
Say bye, Lake. Bye-bye. go back here and get a log. Technical here.
put this on the trailer. That's actually going in a BellLife Bangs video. But you can hold it for hold it for a second and take a picture.
Don't have me
Get your foot back. Get your foot back. Okay. Obviously, I don't know how to work this thing yet, but get better. But see, we got a lot of trash down at the property, and then we also got a lot of logs. So that's why I thought maybe this bucket would be better. It's just gonna take time to get used to. What do you think about it, Lake? What? What? Let's give the camera back to Mommy. All right, let's load this on the. Let me see that.
Trying to get his attention, so he starts going. Guess we're doing some tree clearing here today.
Really hard to do it with her in there.
She's a handful for sure.
All right, thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Say bye-bye, Lake.
Bye.
So that's it, right there. I don't know how to disconnect it, let alone connect it, so we still got to figure that out. But so I think this bucket will this bucket will work, but we'll see once we get down to the property. There's all kinds of little crap to pick up back here, but anyways, that's it. Wanted to show you all. I know it was a long process, but it took a while to do all that. Thanks a ton for all the support. We'll get this back down to the bridge. Actually, you know, me and Trey replaced 10 of the railroad ties out of the 20, and then something happened since we did that. You all saw that in the other video. And then when I was pulling this back across the bridge to go get this bucket and get that jerk fitted and stuff replaced, one of the other railroad ties that we didn't replace actually snapped. It was just rotted, and the weight of the trailer just broke it the rest of the way or whatever. But so we need to address the bridge again. But little trailers like that, we can just go around the, you know, just go around it, so it's not a big deal. But enough rambling. I think I explained everything. Thank you all a ton for all the support. Subscribe here, subscribe to our new channel, The Bell Life Bangs, where we're gonna do something with that mower. Subscribe to Ask the Bell Life, and then of course check us out on TheBellLife.com for all of the, to see where all the scars came from, right? Thank you all. See you on the next one.